Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Sadhana and welcome to my channel. As a follow-up to the tarot shelf video I did last Friday night, I am going to go ahead and release several decks from my collection. And in this video, I'm sharing with you the first 15 decks that I will be releasing. And they are, this is one copy of the Animal Wisdom Tarot, the Bix Tarot. This is the large version of the Luminous Void Tarot, the Thalema Tarot of Trees, and this will come with the little book, as well as the Art of Love Tarot, the Japaritzi. So this is not the current version, this is the previous version of the Japaritzi. There's 15 in total here. And the Astara. This is making quite a dent in my tarot shelf. The Psychic Heart by John Holland. Fairy Tarot Cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. The Fairy Tarot, I should say. And it's not here. I am selling my copy of the Luminous Soul, which you'll see later on in the video. I'm going to show you each of these decks, the quality of the cards, and if I've done any modifications. You can see that a little further on, and I will put timestamps down below so you can fast forward to the deck that you want to see. Oh, here it is. It's right here. Luminous Soul, and it comes with this bag. And I'm holding this. There's a bunch of extra things I have here from Liminal 11 when I got that deck. The Happy Tarot, and the Happy Tarot comes with this Happy Tarot bag. And Dark Angels, Magical Forest, which I have trimmed, and the Pagan Tarot. So this is the one, the little deck with the little white book, not the one that comes in the larger box with the expanded guidebook. So these are the first 15 decks that I'm selling from my collection. What I wanted to show you right now was this Animal Wisdom Tarot over here, and the rest of the decks I'm going to show you face down. I've already pre-recorded the mini walkthroughs of those ones. So this is one of 2 copies of this deck that I have, and it is barely touched. It's in awesome condition, except for, and I'm going to try to find it, the back of one of the cards has a little chip in it. So let me just get to that. So this box opens this away. This box is about the same size as Astara. About the same size. And I have taken out the little extra bits of cardboard, and I do not have them. And the book sits in like this. And then the cards. Now this deck has been renamed. It is exactly the same deck, and I did do a video of that deck. So I have done a full walkthrough, and I will also link that in the description box below so you can see that. This is a beautiful guidebook. And again, I have hardly used this deck at all, and so the spine has not been cracked on this book. It's in excellent condition. I did receive 2 copies of this deck. That's why I'm giving this one up. And the cards are just ever so slightly larger than a standard tarot card. I will show you, well, here's Bone Stone right here. Maybe a little more than ever so slightly. Right, so a little wider and a little taller, more like an oracle size, not quite as big as an oracle card. And they are quite thin paper, and they are shiny, but they're even though they're bigger, because they're thin, they're easy to shuffle. So they shuffle quite well. So I'll just show you a few other of the cards. And then I'll show you that one card that's chipped. Pig. So the suits, the minor suits, have been changed in this deck. The names of them. The Guardian of Fossils. Beautiful Seven of Fire. The guidebook is really helpful in this one, in this deck. Does this one not remind you of the Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland? So funny. But I like this fox, right? He doesn't look like a naughty fox. It's great. This is the Ace of Swords, the stork. And so what I wanted to show you was that little chip. So here you can see it, and I'll show you which card it's on too. So you can see there's a little chip, that white bit, on the back of one of the cards. It's on the Six of, oh, it just flew over. It's on the Six of Pentacles. So yeah. So now I'm going to flip the camera and I'm going to show you the rest of the decks. This is the Bix Tarot Low Scarabeo production 2019. Artwork is by Pierluigi Balducci. Text is by Rachel Paul. Comes with this little white book, multiple languages. It's really a kind of a light little narrative that follows the energy of this little Bix bunny throughout. And so if you want to see the whole deck, go to the description box below. I'm offering the 78 cards. They have not been altered in any way. The guidebook is in great condition. It also comes with this little extra card, which has a Bix Tarot playlist on Spotify. I have not checked this out. You can see here it's a 2-part box with the lid that lifts off. And the deck, you should know, is a little bit smaller than standard tarot. So this is a standard low scarabeo card. And this is the size of this deck. So if you like mini decks, this one might be just for you. Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. The copyright on these is 2015. They have not been altered in any way. Silver edges. These are the pretty backs. And this deck is really easy to identify all the cards by the color coding. So the majors are in this dark purpley blue color. And then we have the minors are named by season. So for example, summer is the suit of water, the suit of cups, and in this turquoise color. And then in red, we have spring, which is the suit of wands. In green is autumn, which is pentacles, and winter. So winter is a very similar color to the majors. I can pull one out here though. There's the 9 of winter, unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. And then of course, these meanings are expanded in the guidebook. So here is the information in the guidebook. So you get a little bit more of a description as well as potential additional meanings. Psychic Tarot for the Heart is a 65 card deck by psychic medium John Holland. The artwork is by John Matson. That actually took me a little while to find. It's not on the box. This 65 card deck is a little bit different system. We have 22 major cards. These are the majors here with the black borders. This is the suit of pentacles, swords, wands, and cups. So these are color coded. The suit of swords is a very similar border to the majors, so it's often hard to distinguish between these two colors. I have not altered this deck in any way. It does not come with any kind of gilding on the edges. The minors have 9 cards per suit, and for the most part it follows the RWS system. You can see here the 9 of Swords, Darkest Fears, 8 of Swords, Helpless and Hopeless. This is your 6 of Pentacles, Giving and Receiving, Four of Pentacles, open up, which is a slightly different take on the Four of Pentacles. Here we have the Wands. So Nine of Wands, rest and consider. Choose your battles, Seven of Wands. And then these are the cup cards in green. So your Six of Cups is simply love. Moving on for your Eight of Cups. And then the majors are a little different as well too. Some you'll recognize, some will be different. So here is your Seven. So your Chariot card is called Move. Listen for the High Priestess. And I'll just show you another one here. So here's your Empress card, Nurture. In addition to the 22 majors and 9 cards per minor, you also have 7 chakra cards from the base chakra to the crown chakra. And in the rather thick little white book, there are instructions on how to use the deck. So getting started, card spread, psychic development, color interpretation, numerological meanings, symbols, and images. The Art of Love Tarot with artwork by Tony Carmine Salerno and guidebook by Denise Jarvie is a Blue Angel publication. This tarot deck has renamed the minor arcana. So the suit of air is angels, water is hearts, the pentacles are trees, so earth is trees, and fire is stars. And while I have the guidebook here, I'll just show you. Also, you should know that I do have some pen marks in the guidebook, especially just in the introduction. So for example, here is your Two of Swords, which the keyword is balance. A shift occurring, things are happening to bring you into balance, into alignment. Only then can you fulfill your potential. There is a description, a meaning, and then a Rider-Waite correlation for each of the cards. And then in the majors, you have something very similar. I have modified this deck so you can see that the cards do not fit perfectly in the well of the box. It is, however, more tarot size now, which is why I modified it. This is a low Scarabeo card that I'm placing on top, and it is still a little wider and taller than a low Scarabeo card. If you are a fan of Tony Carmine Salerno's artwork, you will love these cards. It's a beautiful collection of his work. I have edged these in a matte gold. It's had multiple coats, so it's really beautiful. The Path, so the Chariot is renamed the Path, the keyword exploration. Eight of Wands is called Stars. The keyword is surge. High Priestess, intuition. Six of Swords, transition. So that's kind of a beautiful take on the Six of Swords. 10 of Hearts, culmination. 7 of Swords, or 7 of Angels, is progress. Strength is number 8. 4 of Cups, 4 of Hearts is depression. The Empress is mother. And 13, so the Death card is renamed the Release, and the keyword is metamorphosis. The Astara Tarot 2017 Schiffer publication with collaborative artwork by Molly Applejohn, Eden Cook, Julia Iredale, and Krista Gibbard. Lift up box. Large guidebook, size of the box. Really pretty. I'll show you that in a few moments. I no longer have the cardboard which came in the deck to separate the cards here, and I believe there was a piece here as well too. One of the advantages of buying this deck used is that I have broken it in with the silver gilding on the side. It was really sticky and the cards just did not move well, but now it just moves beautifully. Really pretty card backs, and you can see on the front of the cards, it's just a gorgeous color palette. Each of the artists did one of the minor suits and a few of the majors. Love this card. Oh, I might reconsider selling this one. This is the Queen of Swords, one of my very favorite Queen of Swords. There's the Ace of Wands. Beautiful moon card. I will show you the guidebook. I won't forget to do that. It's pretty strong. Eight of Wands with a couple of the Pentacles cards. My very favorite card in the deck is this one here. This is the Ace of Pentacles. I love the purples in this deck. They're really, really stunning. So here is the guidebook, and this is a beautiful production. I just love the fonts that are chosen and the way that the descriptions are written and laid out. It's just beautiful. You have keywords, short description, reversed meaning for each of the minors. Lots of beautiful color. And then for the majors, you have a single page for the card, and then your art description, as well as an oracle meaning, and then they're reversed. And it's really nice that you have the information about the artist down below as well too, because when I first got this deck, what I did was I separated the cards by illustrator, and that really kind of helped me to get to know the deck. So the suit that Molly Applejohn did, as well as all of her major cards, and then did that for each of the artists. Japaritzi Tarot by Nino Japaritzi. The guidebook is by Steve Lucas. And this is a gorgeous guidebook. This is the 2014 iteration US Games, first edition. And beautiful full color artwork. So this is one of those guidebooks where you could actually take it with you and not carry the cards and just flip through the pages and draw a page. I actually kind of like that practice. The wording, the way that Steve Lucas has written this guidebook is just beautiful. In the midst of a field charged with lightning's hallucinatory and chaotic energy, a figure falls from a tower high on a hilltop. The tower is without question the single most transformational card in the entire tarot deck, and can be seen as the Big Bang moment in which one is violently jolted from the last vestiges of ego-driven consciousness to the first stages of higher spiritual existence depicted in the remaining major arcana cards. So they're short and sweet, but they're poetically and beautifully written. And the minor suits, the names have been changed. I have not altered these cards in any way. They are not edged. They are not trimmed. They have not been shuffled. So I will show you a few. They are in sort of order because I have looked through them multiple times, but I've never actually shuffled the deck. So here is the Three of Winds. So we have air. Here's major card, so Judgment. Really interesting keyword for the Hanged Man, the Drowned. And then there's your Lover's card. Ace of Tides, Ace of Water. Six of Tides is such a pretty card. And then Pentacles is the suit of Gardens. Queen of Gardens. Stranger of Gardens. So also the Knight and the Page also have a different name. And then Fire. This, I believe, is the cover, the cover illustration. Three of Gardens. Tarot of the Magical Forest is a 2008 Low Scarabeo publication with artwork by Leo Tang. Still have the original title card. The little white book is in great shape, as is the box. This little white book, much like the Bix Tarot that I showed you earlier, actually has a story written into the deck. And so it's not just a bunch of regurgitated low RWS meanings. So here for the Lover's card, we have black hair meets white bunny, and together they discover love. A winged creature blesses their union from on high, but the choice of a binding union is difficult in itself. So it's really nice that we actually have a story written into the little white book. And especially if you're new to tarot and you're looking for more information, this is one of those little white books that is actually useful. I have modified this deck.
So it is smaller than the box. It is edged in green and trimmed. And I have not written on the deck. Here's the Knight of Pentacles, Five of Wands, the Sun, Queen of Swords, Six of Swords. It really is a pretty little deck. Love the Piggy Empress. And I really encourage you to go to the video that's linked below, because I had so much fun working with the colors of this deck and putting that video together. There's your double card. The Pagan Tarot is a 2004 low scale publication. Follows the spiritual and the religious journey of Wicca. Both the box and the little white book are in great shape. There's something really magical about this deck as it tells the story of this young Wicca, both within and without the coven. So in her everyday life, as well as with her sisters and brothers in the Wicca path. This is the version with the borders. And so if you got to know the story and got familiar with the deck, definitely is one that you could trim. These are the card backs. So you would lose nothing in trimming the deck. I really like that Six of Swords. And the court cards. So this is the King of Swords. The court cards' names are changed to reflect the idea of the spiritual life of Wicca. So we have the Elder of Swords, the Initiate, the Novice, and the Elemental. So these are the pages. I'll skip to another suit. So I also have the borderless version of this deck with a larger guidebook, and so that's why I am selling the smaller version. This is the Two of Pentacles. There's the Ace. So the aces have no people in them. And there's the Elder of Cups. This is the third edition of the Tarot of Trees, 2015. I'm selling both the guidebook and the cards. The box is in excellent shape, as is the book, and there's no marks in the book. This, I'll show you the guidebook first. It's really pretty with purple paper. And you get color illustrations throughout the book. Layouts. I love this, planting a new tree. And so let's look at this one for the Hermit. The Hermit is alone, a barren wasteland, his lantern the only source of light, but the Hermit minds not as his head fills with the wisdom of solitude. He is an old, gnarled tree, having lived many years and lifetimes. And then an expanded meaning as well. And for the minors, you get just as much information. On the left is a low Scarabeo card. I just wanted to show you the size of these cards in case you weren't aware. They are both a little bit narrower and a lot shorter than a standard tarot size. It's a really nice card stock, so you can riffle shuffle this small deck. And I love the card backs. They're really beautiful. Here is the Emperor. I can zoom in even more. This is a little deck. Six of Cups. I'll show you about 10 cards or so. Five of Wands. The Hierophant. Make sure you see at least one from each suit. Nine of Pentacles. King of Cups. Knight of Swords. My favorite suit is the Suit of Wands, because in the Suit of Wands you do not have any objects from this world. Beautiful Empress card. That was Amber, by the way. Oh, I love that world card. Page of Cups. And I just want to show you one more Wands card. I'll just pull. There's the Eight of Wands, the Four of Wands. The Thalema Tarot is a 2015 Low Scarabeo publication. This was purchased actually on a little bit of an adventure, and I bought it at a really sweet little metaphysical store in Bellingham, Washington. It was a kind of a special day where I went on this adventure of metaphysical stores and purchased decks and crystals and so forth. But it's not a deck that I use, so I'm going to release it. It comes in a 2-part box. Both the box and the cards are in great shape. I have not altered the cards in any way. What has been altered is the little white book. So when I first purchased the book, what I did do was edge the guidebook. Oh, and there's also a little bit of highlighting. So if you look here, I've edged the sides of the pages according to suit. So that may or may not be annoying or useful to you. This is a photorealistic deck, and my favorite suit in this deck is the Suit of Swords. It's really pretty, actually, the Emperor. I just don't use it. This star card is absolutely stunning. It's one of the images on the box. Love the full moon in the background. Like her gown, she's just totally like immersed in the water. The Nine of Swords is beautiful as well too, with the full moon illuminating the girl on the bed or the couch. Great Seven of Swords. Tower. And the Sun. This is the first edition of the Luna Soul Tarot that was published in 2018 by Liminal 11 with artwork by Mike Medaglia. And I will send you all these little extras I have underneath the box here. So I've got the title card, the little white book, a postcard, a catalog, and so forth. The box is in great shape because I never use the box. This is the black velvet drawstring bag that came with the cards. And I have altered these cards. These are the card backs. I have edged the cards in gold and trimmed off the borders. Four of Pentacles, Nine of Discs, Seven of Discs, the World, Page of Swords. I love that. Seven of Cups. Eight of Discs. If you like pastel colors, you will love this deck. It's a great Wheel of Fortune. This Three of Wands, actually, it's a great card to leave you with. It's just brilliant. Happy Tarot by Serena Ficca is a 2015 Low Scarabeo publication. It comes with the bag you see here on the right. The little white book is like new. And I have the title card. The box is in fantastic shape. And I keep the cards in this bag, little Scarabeo bag. So I'll just open that up for you so you can see it. Gold on the back of the bag. And these cards do not have multiple languages on them, which is really sweet. And I'll just show you a few of the cards. I have not done a walkthrough of this deck, so you'll have to reference somebody else's channel for that. I really do like the candy suit. The Suit of Wands especially. Oh, the Suit of Cups too. It's pretty sweet. I like that Eight of Cups. Somebody's dog is not very happy in the background. So yeah, so that's the Happy Tarot. The Dark Angels Tarot is a 2010 Los Scarabeo publication. This was my first dark deck. The white book is in excellent shape and there's no marks in the white book, and I have the title card as well. And this deck has not been altered in any way. I love that Four of Pentacles. And so again, we'll go through about 10 of the cards. Pretty powerful Ace of Swords, don't you think? I really like the Magician card in this deck. I don't know if it's going to come up in the top here. I may pause and show it to you. And the reason I like it is because it is so active. And to have an active magician just feels... There's your Four of Swords. It's my favorite suit, for sure, in this deck. Six of Cups. Six of Swords. That's more than 10 cards. More than 10 cards. Let me skip to the Magician. Here is the Magician that I was talking about, and I've pulled out a few of my other favorite cards. This is Strength. Absolutely stunning. There's a certain grace in the suit of swords, and the reason I love this High Priestess is she reminds me so much of a High Priestess that I know. And there's something about this Five of Pentacles. The dance, this gracious dance. It reminds me of a melancholy dance, perhaps, that one of my daughters performed in a show. The Luminous Void Tarot, created by Laura Zuzapan. This is the oversized version of the deck, the first edition that came out in 2018. Beautiful rose petal finish on the box. It comes with a very thin little white book. This is a deck that's meant to be read intuitively. And the unique feature, of course, of these cards is that they're not square. They're kind of sort of oval, but not really. And if you love to read intuitively, this might be the perfect deck for you. And I'm going to go through a few of the cards, and then I'll go back to the guidebook. And I'll show you the edging on these cards as well too. It's a beautiful, it is a rose petal finish, but it doesn't stick together. So go figure. King of Cups, the Hierophant. And you can see that this red border that's on the inside, the artwork continues right to the edge. So beyond that red circle that's on the outside. Just looking at this deck now, one of the things that came to me was that this might be a perfect pair for the Weaver's Oracle. Oh, these are the back. Oh yes, I showed you the card backs. Five of Cups. The Moon. One more. Three of Swords. In this very thin guidebook, you have a small introduction to the tarot and then a one-line summary for each of the majors. There's a short description for the energy of each of the courts, not within their suit. And then you have a short description for each of the miners. So that's what you get in the guidebook.